What's up, guys? Killer back here with another Empires of Puzzles video. Today we gotta go over these four-star yellows. Man, I had to wait. Shout out to the Lakers for winning their 17th NBA championship. LeBron, 4 MVPs, 4 championships. AD's first one. I had to stay up and watch it, so that's why this is getting out so late. But had to go ahead and do that. But shout out to them. Happy that LA won it. I am a LA Lakers fan, so and I hate that they were going against Miami because I'm actually a Miami fan too. What leads me to both of those teams is Shaq. I love Shaq growing up. Man, let's get right into these four stars, man. So this again, I go over my rating. I guess it's speed, usability, being able to build a team around, and I guess I have to add availability. Um, yeah, I guess I have to add availability and usability. And again, that's also events, tournaments, and Titans, and probably PvE and PvP. So kind of all the above, general. First one I got is Gretel, guys. I find Gretel to be absolutely the worst yellow four star. So Gretel is average. She has the Witcher effect similar to Hansel. She hits three with minor damage. She's a barb, and then she has the Fables buff. Decent stats, I guess. Not good defense. Very high tile damage for yellow. I would say low health to me. Um, I haven't found a great place for her. I guess if I was to be using Gretel, I would probably put her either at a flank or five wing. I don't think I'd run her at tank. She's definitely not a one wing. Um, yeah, flank or five tank, and more than likely four or five personally. I think she's lackluster because the hit's so lackluster. It's a lot of build up for something that's not as effective. She does hit three, which is nice, but it's minor damage. And minor damage is never, I wish they'd rebuff her and make her a base damage. Her being a barb was funny because it's actually probably one of the better things about her. Four-star barbs is pretty open field. You got Grim, Gormick, Gretel, Boomer, and I think it's like one more I'm forgetting. But so she's got a great class. It's just I don't find her. She's not the difference between her witch in effect and Hansel's is that Hansel's is almost on repeat. Hers does go off and still has the same chance of getting the person ready to die, but at 175 versus 255, the 255 makes a little bit more difference. Now she does protect herself, but she is light in the butt to me with that defense being under 600 and the health being right at 1,000. So Gretel is last. And I guess Lone will be happy about that because here's his boy at number nine. I put Dan Zabor at number nine, and was thinking about it. I was like, I'd rather take Dan Zabor even with his miss than Gretel. That's just me personally, because when he hits, it's night night. Like you gotta respect Dan Zabor. Dan Zabor has a hit all. Let's see if I can find his effect. I think it's 250 in blind to at 50%. He has the highest blind in the game. And well now you've got the 5-star bear. Give me a second. Gotta get it together. Yeah, you got the 5-star bear, so he's got a little bit higher. He's got 75% for 2 turns. Dan Zaboro has a 3 turn at 54% accuracy reduction, and he has the 255 damage to all. That sword effect when Dan Zaboro goes off, that is it. That's what you want him for. He's also very good class, and he has good family bonus, which is Sakura. Which increases his mana so he can go off more. The problem with that is that when he freezes, he doesn't get any mana and is not able to participate, I think, for 2 turns. Yeah, 2 turns. Bottle does regenerate mana at 24%, and you have a 64% defense. So that is really good, and he is a rogue, so he is a little bit less killable than Gretel, and he's a little bit stronger, but the freeze really makes him underwhelming. I hate his freeze, but he's such a fun gambler hero to play with. I like him, but I gotta give him like lower because of that miss is so bad when it does miss, and it happens often. I would say it's less. I would say it's more than 33%, but you know we'll see how that goes. I got number eight. I got the yellow tank. I believe Hotel is a yellow tank. The only reason he's this low for me is because he's slow. Very curious to see what his skin does for him. I use Hotel quite a bit as my tank for tournaments on 4 stars when just in general. I think people really discard his hit all in his blind. His blind's at a 40%, and then he has a 210 hit, so he has a pretty good hit. If he hits you twice, usually usually it's over. It's canceled. He can come off really good. Him being the fighter, being a yellow tank, at least a season one tank, he comes back. So that's a good class for him. Very curious to see what his skin does. I like him in this form. It'd be very interesting to see what they do to him in Justice when the skins come out. That's all he really needs to improve and go up the list. Another thing too is that yellow has, I believe, the least amount of 4 stars. So I can only find 10. If I missed one, I apologize if I'm missing one. That'd be interesting. But hopefully we get a couple more yellow 4 stars. I believe, and this is a prediction, I was talking to TC and some other people. I believe that Christmas will get a yellow. I believe they'll get a yellow. I believe they're going to get a yellow 4 star looking like from this, and they'll probably get a yellow 5 star. That's my prediction. Quote me on that and check it when it comes out at Christmas. Next at number 7, I've got Chow. Chow is a sniper, um, and he does have the mana reduction, but I think it's very similar to Kylie, and where I just think it's just lackluster. Like you don't see a lot of Kylies. You do see a lot more Chows, but you just don't see a lot of Kylies. Chow is a very good choice for yellow sniper, 315, 25%. Where he's lackluster is similar to Marjana is he just don't have no power. He's at 600. Like he'll live a little bit longer, and he's an archer. Archer's very saturated, so he's another one that needs his skin. Chow's probably one of those that when he gets his skin, I will probably be um, using his skin version over his regular version because I bet you his skin version is going to be better. If not, he's going to be faster sniper at 315. That is, let's see how that compares to Sonya because that's who I believe is the hardest hitting is Sonya and Sonya's at 345. So yeah, so he's even a lackluster sniper. So there you go. He doesn't have the hit on the sniping. He's missing it by 30%. Next at number 6, I have Lizu. Now Lizu did get a rework and has a skin and is fast. I think she is super impactful, and I use her quite a bit on tournaments and on well, I use her quite a bit on tournaments because she makes a great wing 5 and she has the health and the defense to back it up. I believe if you're using Lizu, yes, her new skin does 180% more damage with 10% mana reduction, but her old skin is a 20% mana reduction, 150. That's the one you're using. Plus, she's average and got a increased speed. You using oh man, Lizu for the mana reduction down. That's what you want her to do. You want her to keep that mana off you, and her in that 5 spot is awesome because just when you think you're about to use your special, Lizu goes off, and now you gotta wait another 2 tile or a match to get it, and it just tears your nerves up. She's a headache hero coming up with not knowledge of the game, and um also not having her for a while. I didn't have Lizu for a long time. Finally got her. Never leveled her. Then finally leveled her. But Lizu's here to stay. Glad she got her. Glad she got her skin early. She's one of those that I think her skin really complimented her, but it just made her regular form that much better. Um, all the heroes we just went over, those 5, they're not quite Titan material, very much tournament material, but not quite Titan material, or even maybe even I would say raid material, and probably war material, um, and possibly event material. I would say Chow might be the only one that you might use on Epic for pirates for like definite damage. But the next 5 heroes, I'm pretty sure most people are using for events, Titans, raids, wars. Just overall, these guys are the next 5 are just so much more relevant in current gameplay, or I would recommend them for current gameplay over the ones we went over. And number 5, I gotta go Wukong. It was so tough to put him here because I want to put him in the top 3 because I really personally believe Wukong's a top 3 4 star. Um, for the simple fact, he is the 5th guy on the Titan killing squad. You take Wukong. If you guys are coming in the game new, this is one of the most offensive heroes you're going to be able to get cheaper and earlier with gold coins, silver coins, and then just random, you randomly get them with gems or something like that in the regular pools. Wukong will allow you to beat the Dark Lord. Wukong will allow you to beat Ursina. Wukong will allow you to compete and some of the season 3 stuff. Now, you probably will have to invest in him more after season 2 as far as like emblems, which is not a bad thing because he's a monk, so he gets resistance to debuffs and he adds buffs. The problem with Wukong is his miss, dude. 32% miss is just so crazy. But his return on tile is so strong. Really good for buff booster tournaments. I personally like him in the 5 spot, so he comes back after everybody's already dead, so you have more of a chance to come back with the hit, harder hit at the end. He is light in the butt with the health, pretty decent on defense. So if you are leveling him or if you are emblemaing him, if Wukong's the only person you got for Titan killing abilities, um, definitely go the health defensive route, more geared to health, and then get the defense secondly. You don't really need to worry about his hit. He's not the one hitting. Everybody else is hitting with the tile. So that's where Wukong is. It is Mickey, I would say, Tarlac, Guardian Gazelle, Ravnir, and then Wukong. That's why Wukong is still, to me, relevant. I would rate him a little bit higher. I can see people going, no, I love my Wukong, and I know you do, but it's some other heroes that are a little bit more playable if you've gotten past the Wukong phase. And I think a lot of us have, especially at the level that we are playing at currently. But Wukong is a forever hero, guys. He is a forever 4-star. He is one of the few forever 4-stars, especially in yellow. Season 1 going to be here forever. I am really curious how they're going to increase him with his skin, because his skin could make him positive if they do it. If they, like, for instance, if they added 20%, I don't know, miss and attack on his 185% of his special, that would be like a 205 increased damage for a 50% miss chance. That would make him, I believe, the strongest buffer for offense in the game. I can see them doing something crazy like that. I would never use them like that, but if they did, that would be insane. I don't know how they're going to buff him or make him better. I think that's what really, now looking at the reworks for skins, that's probably what's taking them so long with some of these heroes. Like, how are you going to make Wukong, how are you going to make Gormick and Grim different than how you did Tibertus, and like how are you going to outshine Rigard? Because somebody in this new crowd's got to be better than Rigard, which that would be really tough to beat. But number 4, I got Guardian Jackal. The reason Jackal is over Wukong, Jackal, I believe, somebody else quote me if I'm wrong, I believe Jackal is the first very fast hero in the game. So shout out to that meta, getting us there, learning us that. Jackal is another person you take to Titans still if you're past the Wukong meta for purple Titans. Um, so Jackal's forever. He is also another one that benefits from a family bonus from Tal Talk. Not that that bonus is all that great. Tal Talk bonus is defense and healings. It's kind of weak for them because they don't have a lot of healers, and it's just Guardian Gazelle. Prior to that, there was no healers. I don't know why they did defense and healing for them, but I get some other ones getting different stuff. It doesn't really help him. He doesn't pair well with a lot of his other counterparts, so I don't know where you're using that often. Maybe Guardian Gazelle because he's yellow. So that might be a good one for her. But yeah, definitely using Guardian Jackal on Titans. I usually line him up first in the one wings position, so his defensive down to yellow goes off first. There's no defensive down yellow and red for 5 stars. So Jackal and again Falcon are forever heroes right now from events. I believe that I believe that either skins or something recently is gonna come out that changes the shield down for 5 stars for yellow and red. And when that does, that'd be super great, and that will be one of the steps in the right direction to killing Teleria meta. Please do that soon, SG. Thank you. Marjana skin instead of fire just made shield down. Good idea. Take it. I want you to. Please make that her skin. Anyway, so Jackal's here to stay. Definitely got him up there. I'm getting hot. This computer. That's why I'm shining and sweating. I don't know why. Next I've got number 3. So Jackal's number 4, guys. Number 3, I gotta go with Mist. Mist added brand new stat to the game of special down, or should I say special increase. So she weakens the heroes against special, and she's fast. Um, that is super strong for yellow. It works well because yellow doesn't have an attack up, but they have mad fast special peoples. You've got Rabbit, Drake, and you got June and Poseidon, and just I could keep going. So that fast, special down with all these fast heroes. I mean, killing power. Not to mention, if she gets low, she adds an attack up to all the yellows, so she actually is the attack buffer for yellow, kind of in a sense. And she's a cleric, so she's resistant against mana, and she slows down the mana, and she hits three. It's a lot of stuff you can say about Miss. She does so much, so good, so fast. She's a really strong player. I haven't really had a chance to use her I haven't had a chance to use her as far as like wars. Rating I have, and 4-on-4 I have. Hold on, the target and nearby enemies are immune to new buffs for 3 turns too. So she does make you non-buffable for 3 turns. I knew I was missing something. She does 4 fast. You would kind of say she's the opposite of Broomhilda. I would say she's the inverse, where Broomhilda is the defense version of that for average, for healing and all that. She would be the offensive version of it. But she's just faster. I like Miss. I think she's really strong. She pairs really well with Broomhilda for 4-star. You're getting a lot with both those on your team. I got her at number 3. There's some others I think make a little bit more impact and a little more different, a little bit different, but only 2 more clearly, right? At number 2, I gotta go Lady Wilton, and everybody knows why. I have been talking for a 4-star yellow healer for 3 years since I've been playing this game. Um, the thing is with her is that her heal is so strong, so fast. You're talking about a 40% increase to all allies. Now, for 2 turns, she is not able to gain any mana, but she's a cleric. You put 20 emblems on her, she has I think it's 20%, if not a 25% chance to get that done. Let me see, 7%. So 7 times 5. So she has a 35% chance to avoid her own debuff. Good direction, smart move. Makes her a super strong healer. Not to mention, she pairs with 2 of the better offensive heroes for 5 stars. You got Killhair, and you got Master Lepus. And I would say Rooster. If you put her with Rooster, Rooster would hit harder for a little bit. But Master Lepus and Killhair are two of the heroes that are making high, or should I say, more of an impact in the game right now for defenses. I would definitely say Killhair is the number 1 on that list, and Lepus is kind of a secondary, but getting steam. I currently have my Lepus at 20 emblems. Not mad about that. He's really, really strong. Um, she's one that you could put on a team with Lepus, and now Lepus is attacking even harder. Um, that attack would be 10%, and I believe it's a 20% with 3. So you get a 10% increase of all Lepus's attack, and then you get another 10% if you can put a kill hair on there with her. And I believe that at a 3-2 or a 4-1, or whatever you want to run, I think that would work out pretty good. I can see you running a 4-1 or a 3-2 with Rooster, Lady Wilton, and maybe a Killhair or a Lepus. I probably would go Killhair because I think yellow and purple go better. But that would give three out of your 3 out of 5 heroes a 20% increase to just knock the crap out of people, and that'd be a lot of hit. Rooster hits all, Killhair hits all, so it's pretty good there. Um, Last but not least, of course, at number 1, I've got Bursty, Golem Burst, the pig, the hog, the guy who had looted me the most. He's very unique and interesting hero. I see why people have fallen in love with him. Um, he's got an Anduin effect, I want to say, because that's the way I used it. I was using it. I just recently got him leveled up, so I haven't been able to use him that much. But I recently got him leveled up, and I was like, okay, this guy's crazy. He heals for 400, and then he adds a temporary shield of 400 if you're max health. I ran him with Vivica today. That was awesome. So you set Vivica off and set him off. It's almost a guaranteed shield for everybody on the board. And then not to mention you got defensive up and you got a 400 health shield. Cool. All right, so we're rocking and rolling right there. So that's the first part of them. So heal, max boost health. Okay, then the caster gets a 45% attack and a further 20% increase every time any of the allies get hit during the 3 turns. So he's going to hit people, at a 45% attack. So kind of like Anduin, at the end of the 3 turns, he's going to hit for a maximum of 315. Now that might not seem like a lot, and the funny thing is, it goes unnoticed. They kind of got to redo and the winner in this guy's animation to where it's almost like a dual animation. The initial special goes off, and then when the hit comes in, it should be like either a wave of wind or like that gold sword should appear and like just tag all three or everybody on the board and then go away. So you know it happened because it's almost an invisible special, which is kind of a sneak trick because you're like, why am I losing this fight with Gold and Bursty? I don't remember getting hit, but you did get hit because you attacked those 3 turns and you hit everybody to max them out. And now you got a 315 automatically coming off everybody on the board. And if I'm explaining that wrong or I don't have it right, I'm sure somebody can change that in the comments. But overall, Golden Bursty is still really strong. He's a druid, so he's going to get minions on top of whatever, so now you got a health shield, healing, and you got minions. So he's got a super buff for himself. That's awesome. All right, and then his realm bonus is going to give mana when he dies. So he gives you a nice little 10% mana increase when he dies. That might not seem like a lot, but it is a counter to the what is it? The Hell Realm, or no, excuse me, not the Hell Realm. Sorry, that's the wrong one. It's the Vanaheim Realm. Vanaheim Realm. So it's a counter to that. So far, I haven't seen anybody that really goes with him except Heimdall and maybe the Heimdall so far, I believe. Um, Let me see about 3 stars. 3 stars, I don't think you would take anybody with him at the level that you would play him with because I believe Golden Burst he plays really well at high end level. You can take him to wars, raids, even Titans to a degree. I see that with a shield if you're lacking a healer. He's very overall around rounded character, and him being a druid, he can go both ways. So kind of with the druid talents, you can take him that healing defensive route. I wouldn't put any attack on him because he's going to hit, but it's not going to make that much difference. I would go the healing and defensive route with him, so you could have him ready to go because he is slow, but able to actually, ready to rock. Um, I will say this before closing out this video. All of the 4 stars so far that I've mentioned, I believe at the end, except everyone except Red, I believe the final person, they've been buffers and healers. And that might sound redundant or whatever not, but realistically from the 4 stars, you're not going to take the attack versus the healing. You might be lacking healing in your 5 stars because you got somebody who's fast, who's going to change your game. You got your Gravemaker, you got a Sniper, you got your Seishat. And Seishat, Gravemaker, Poseidon, Magni, Gregarion, Liliana, they are all way more fun heroes to play at a 5 star level. If I had a chance to do Liliana or, for lack of better words, Mother North, I personally, now knowing what I know, would go Mother North. But starting off in the game, I would go Liliana. She's going to go off more. She's going to be fast. She's my killer. So where I'm getting my healing from would be from 4 star. And so all the top 3 have been mainly buffers and healers from the 4 stars because these are the heroes that are substituting the healing class for the 5 stars that you're using. I just That's just what I wanted to say. I just think that the healing from the 4 star and the buffing from the 4 star gets so outshined compared to the rest of the class of heroes that we have with 4 stars. For the simple fact that if I'm going to use a healer, I use one that I got already in the past that I've been using. He seems to be working out so far. Golden Bursty is definitely one of these that is here to stay. If you catch him, level him. If you're looking for a yellow healer, this is a great person. I personally would run him at 5 or 1. I'd wing him. I wouldn't put him on defense for I wouldn't put him for defense. He's got the stats for it, but I just put him. I'd run him offensive. I think he's a great offensive hero. I think of most things offensively. I don't look to defense. Like Nittany Linewear says, I don't know what difference it makes when I go up to top 50 or top 100 in rating that 50 people come back and kill me. I expected that to happen with cup drops the next night anyway. So I only think offensively. Maybe that's to my bias or whatever. So I definitely would use him on an offensive set. He makes sense on a defensive set. It makes sense on a defensive team. It makes sense on a Titan team, especially on the 14. If you can get that shield going, so the Titan does not eat your lunch. He's really strong, great health, almost at 1400 health with no stats increase. That's crazy. And he's a druid. So yeah, I got him at number 1. So far, all healers. I'm not gonna front. Purple's coming. Probably be some more healers, but you know how it goes. Anyway, guys, that's all I got. Kill out. Peace.